Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 49 of my Rags to Riches Realm of Magic edition. And if you are returning, welcome back. And it's a little later on Sunday. They have more money because we got some royalties while I was sort of playing a little bit off camera while Aurora was at work, and they've been doing some romantic interactions. So we're going to flirt, and let's see. Kind of want to move their romance along a little bit so that maybe they can actually get married. They can get married while they're still at university, and then maybe we can try for a new booze that will arrive maybe right after they finish, perhaps. Though that's a little bit, they still have 2 weeks left of their school. So we could have one while we're here, but I don't know if this is the best location for a baby. This house may not be the best, but anyway, so they're off going to do their homework, so they had a little bit of me time. I don't know. I don't know if I want you to do your homework, but let's see. Has it switched? You don't have to do homework for it, so you may as well just do your homework, and you're gonna go talk to the plant. So you've got to put up your banner on the rival sports arena. You could actually prank the rival statue because we're in the right area for that. But let's move on to your actual things we want you to do. Nothing you can do on your home lot. We would need to head back over to Darby's den for that. So let's check out the Art Society. So you could do some paintings. And they have this going on right now. But I might go just because we need to go to the Commons, but we won't do that until essentially Aurora is home from her work, which should be pretty soon. So she's doing some gardening, and this is Benji's presentation, which is excellent, which is as good as it can get, or so it told me. So we're going to put that in his inventory. And how about you for your school? What do you need to do? You need to get your homework done. So let's focus on that first. Benji's doing his homework. You should do your homework too. I guess you're smarter. You're smart enough to realize you should stop and actually start concentrating on your homework so that you can do well in your second last term of school, I should say. It's not your last term. And see, she can do that if we head over there too. So she can do a lot of stuff. So they're doing their thing, though. Actually, what she should probably do is does she have a track to release? Normal is good enough. Why don't we let you do the one homework and then go do that? Because actually that's probably enough, because we're going to head over to the Commons. And there we got some money from Aurora, and she needs some fun, actually. So... this is maybe why we don't want to go play a game. Why don't you come play a game? I don't really know how useful that is. I have to say, the utility, this bot savants, I find the whole making robots and stuff is too much work, personally. So, speaking, actually, I should make sure I put him off of this, because we're not... Though I would like to get them married somewhat soon. I don't want to get them married yet. So I'm going to put him back over onto his academic aspiration, because he needs to attend that last guest lecture today at 5 o'clock. So you don't have any of your homework done. You started it autonomously, but you didn't finish it. So let's look. There it is. So you're going to do that one. And you know what? While you do that, you finish that. Why don't you actually produce a new track? And I am going to do a calculator rock, because I have this list here of the ones that I'm trying to avoid any that might make them angry, which is the gum gabrow. Flirty is rubave, just for when they have kids. Playful is luling, and Upella is supposedly sad. Though I honestly thought I would have made a few of those, and I can't say that I always notice it, but I do notice my Sims getting flirty a lot. But maybe that's because I make those a lot. And then maybe I don't make the other ones very much. I don't know. So, Aurora, how is your fun? Yeah, it's not very good. So you got that done, your homework. So why don't we come here, because your needs aren't very good. Clubs, glove gatherings, rally the troops. And discuss favorite utility bots. That's probably because the bot thing is going on. Enthuse about robotics. And you actually need to clean yourself. So why don't we magic spells scrubberoo. And it occurred to me, one thing we need to do, which is going to give us a little bit more money, is I took this out of our inventory because she had gotten it in the mail. The difficulty of building and going in roof space is we're going to go into activities and skills, and it's under knowledge right here. We're going to get a pop-up archaeology bench. That looks like that works, and it's not very expensive anyways. So we're going to put that up here because she, once her fun is maxed, can come here and authenticate that artifact, and that will give us some money. So how is your homework doing? You actually have 2 things of homework to do, one of which needs to be done for tomorrow for your gardening, because that's Monday, and your other homework is already done. And then you probably need to work on a term paper. But what do you need to actually do for your... So we could craft a chatterbot for bot savants. The brainiacs, you need to attend a class while focused, go to office hours. So you don't have to do your homework for that, but studying for 2 hours will help with this. And attending, we'll have to try and remember to get her to go to class while focused. Whereas Benji, what are you doing? Thinking about family member. And you're chatting. You're thinking about the person you got to attend. I think you got to do the same thing. So let's look at the bot savants for you. You got to do a chatterbot. So let's go up here. And since we're still here, let's not actually. Let's not do that. You're going to come here. You're going to burn that track. And we'll just keep it called that. I don't know that I want to leave. We'll just sell that to collector because it's not really worth that much. It's not worth selling it on our thing. So you need to complete. We'll do a small. I'm looking here. We'll do a small impressionism painting. And since we're doing that, we probably should have you come over onto your painter extraordinaire aspiration. She was supposed to do the author aspiration, but she seems to be coming further along with the painting aspiration than the other, and the author doesn't really seem to fit as well with going to university, because, I mean, it kind of works with being a freelance writer, but you end up sending the books to them that you write, that writing the books count for it. But you also have to publish books, so you don't have them to publish if you send them. And you can't copy them. You can't send them to them and copy them and publish. You can only do one or the other. I tried. But sometimes when I had a book rejected by a sim, and the first time I had that happen, I edited it, and then I tried sending it again, and they still rejected it, and the book disappeared. I don't know if that was a glitch. I just have never tried it again. So if my book gets rejected, I just publish it directly and write another book for them. That's what I've done when that's happened. I don't find it happens that much. So perhaps when that happened, my Sims writing skill was a bit lower. That's all I can think. It was right when it first came out that happened. That was not a masterpiece, and it's not worth very much. So we are going to just sell that to collector 2. And you need to do an abstract painting. She keeps going out. And then I have to get her to come back in. So we're going to come in here and do a small abstract painting. I suppose she has lots of time to get this completed, but the one I really want to do is the debate guild. Well, both are good because I like the rewards from these. Because you get the research machine at home. So what are you going to do? You're going to go chat with Angelina. Okay, go ahead. So I was going to have him go and craft a chatterbot, but then I was thinking we were going to head out. But we'll still do that, but we'll do that when she's finished her painting. So you can chat, but actually, why don't we? I see that your guys' needs aren't the greatest, or at least some of you. Yeah, yours aren't that great. None of you are that great. No. Why don't you call Aurora? She might be more open for that. I'm not so much. I'm seeing someone. So when she finishes that, we're going to have her scrubberoo herself. Luckily, this is helping her fun. And his needs are pretty good now. So why don't you come here and why don't you harvest the crocuses? And why don't you harvest these dragon fruit? Because you still have one more. Oh, what time is it? Oh, actually, he's going to need to go soon. Okay, so she got her painting done. And it's probably worth enough to sell on the table. So we'll put this here for now. And it wasn't a masterpiece. So she should be scrubberooing herself. So we're going to put her back onto her knowledge aspiration for academic. Because we're going to head over. As soon as she's finished scrubberooing herself, we're going to go over to Darby's den. Okay, so we're going to head over now. So we are here. So I'm going to go in the debate guild. I'm going to have her research a debate. We're going to research this topic. Then we will have her prep for debate. And then we'll just have her debate. And with Benji, do you still have homework to do? Oh, you do. So get that done, please. And Aurora, you need to do your homework too. So why don't you do your homework? You have these frogs. We're not really doing much with them anymore. I'm guessing this is the homework because it was, yeah. That's the one she needs to do for tomorrow. And this one is for the next day. So we'll just let her work on her homework possibly for now. And so they're just kind of doing their thing. And once Benji's homework is done, I'm going to have him craft a chatterbot, which will have a cost to it. So has he finished his homework? Because I want to make sure he's done. Yeah, all his homework is complete. But he actually needs to study, doesn't he? I was going to say I was going to have him craft that, but maybe I should look at his brainiacs. He needs to study for 2 hours. So let's take a look. That's a term paper. That's a presentation. This is an exam. So we're going to have him study for this mischief if we can get him on the computer. Because, of course, I didn't bring the computer this time with us. University. We'll see whether this will boot this person off. So we want to learning to fake it. So let's come here, see if that works. Good. Good, good. So she, I don't know, he's trying to talk to her. We can get to know. We don't know. These people start talking to us and we somehow have a relationship with them, but we don't actually know them. Get to know so we don't know their traits because our advantage. Oh, she's got level 5 of handiness from doing that research or whatever she was doing. So, brighten day. So she has done that. So now she is prepping for her debate. And just because I'm hoping that will help her win her debate. And we should probably, before she does anything else, we should rally the troops. And then once she's done this, I am going to have her do her debate. So I'll be back. So she's having a professional debate about student loans, I think. So we shall see how that goes. And Aurora's still doing her second homework, I guess, because she's now reached level 2 of the Salvadorian culture skill. So let's go fast for this and see. So she'll get the debate a topic done for sure. Whether she wins is a different matter. So we shall see. Oh, and she did. And she didn't quite get up. She's not all the way to the top. We have to wait for the things to reset on Tuesday. So she actually has homework to do for her homework tomorrow. The author as character. So why don't you just work on that? You may as well just do that right here. And have you, Benji... Have you finished your studying? Yes, you studied for the 2 hours you needed to study for. But Aurora, she needs to study for 2 hours. So I'm going to pause and take a look. So she's got to do a term paper. And of course, the things she has exams for, she's maxed the skill. But you still have to study, unfortunately. So I'm going to have her study for that. Study, we'll do the top one today. We'll study for that for the 2 hours. And Benji, let's check your needs. Why don't you come here and club gatherings, rally the troops. And I don't know that we can, I saw he wanted to kiss her cheek, but I don't know that he could actually do that. What are you doing? Don't go watch the debate. You're done. The debate is over. You don't need to do that. So since you want to do something romantic, we will express fondness. And did you get your homework done? You need a little bit of fun, but, you know, you need to do, you didn't do your homework. You were supposed to be doing your homework for author as a character, and you just started that. Oh, you did the homework for the archaeology already, so at least the one that's sooner you've already done. That's a good thing. So, Benji, why don't you go downstairs and craft that chatterbot while we're here? Craft a toy, chatterbot, and this time we'll do a green one. There you go. I was wondering, it's the reflection of the wall covering in the water. It looked a bit odd. There was something, I thought there was a glitch, but there's not. So he's going to work on that as soon as he's finished talking. I thought I told them to do that little romantic interaction a little while ago, but maybe they've just continued it on their own. So they're just still talking. Okay, good. He's finally going. So let's check with Aurora how she's doing. So she still has to study for she's not finished doing the 2 hours. So there's the $30 for their 30 simoleons for the chatterbox. So they're doing their thing, and I'll be back. Except for she has got her studying for 2 hours done. Has our Aurora. So she needs to, she got all her homework done, so we're going to have her work on her term paper. Since we're here, you may as well. So we're going to write that one, and we're going to continue being here. Well, Benji completed his chatterbot, and I forgot to have him go do his guest lecture, so he'll have to do that tomorrow. And today, of course, was the ideal time to do it because he didn't even have an activity today. He didn't have to do anything with it. But I'm going to take them home, and I'll be back. So we are back. I'm going to actually have Benji interact with Winston a little bit. And then we're going to actually try and send him to forage, since he's now our familiar, which I could have done like a long time ago, but he finally is, so we can do it now. So we are back, and he should work on his term paper if he needs to. I have to check. So yeah, he needs to edit his term paper. Angelina, do you need some fun? Yes, you do. So why don't you come here and play a game? And then once you're finished that, you have to work on your presentation. Actually, no, you got your homework done. We probably should do the homework. Just so it's done. And then after that, we'll work on your presentation. So essentially, they're just going to do, their prep that they need to do. I think Aurora has a paper she has. So actually, before we do anything else, let's come over here and we're going to harvest the death flower because I missed that was there when we came back. And then once I've harvested that, I am going to harvest that dragon fruit, not harvest all. And then I'm going to supercell. And I'm not really going to work on this very much. Let's see what she has to do. She has to work on that term paper. I'm going to check her fun. I'm going to have her do some fun stuff first, and then we're going to work a little bit on schoolwork. So they're just essentially doing their stuff for school, and I will be back. So we had to feed Winston. He was hungry, and he had eaten all. I can't remember if he's a glutton. So we're going to call Winston to eat. That's why he's uncomfortable. And we should go see what he got. Because we sent him to forage, and there's like a little gift there. Little gift. to repay us for feeding him. No. We would feed him anyways. We got an angelfish and 3 lemons. At one point, all you got was like a broom, which probably is more valuable than that. But anyways, we're going to enthuse about new, whatever it was, and we'll brighten day. We're not really moving very much with our magic, but he doesn't really need a lot right now. So she's doing her homework. He kind of needs a little bit of fun, but his class isn't is in 9 hours, but he's probably going to work on doing some of his, like going to office hours, but that's not until 11 a.m. and attending class while focused. Hopefully I'll get him focused before he has to go. And for Aurora, when is your classes? You have a class in 2 hours, and what are you doing? You're playing Blick Block. You know, you've done that enough. So you should come here, and why don't you ask for gardening tips to get us focused? One way, like obviously many ways to get focused, but that's the way we're going to do. And her classes are back to back. She's got one at 8 and then at 9:30. So she'll be able to actually go do her office hours after her class. So that'll work out really well for her. And then she can come home and depending on how much she needs her fun raised again, she can. How long is she focused for? 8 hours, because you get the boost for them lasting longer because of the size, the lot trait. But she probably should come here and scrubberoo, and then she should probably rally the troops, because then it's going to be essentially time for her to go to her class. When is your class, my dear? Your needs are pretty good. You got all your homework done, and your class is in an hour. Okay, so you both have a class at the same time at 8 a.m. Your archaeology is at 8, and she has Aurora has gardening back to back. So now that his class his started term has started, I like to wait for the term to start before we submit the term papers. That's kind of, but I might even send it like the next day. We'll see, because his presentation is done. So they're going to essentially go to their classes. We will get royalties, of course, while we're here. So how are his needs? So I'll be back sort of later on in the day after they've essentially, unless something happens, I'll be back at the end of the day when they're finished with their schooling. So Angelina is back from her class. I said I'd be back at the end of the day, but I realized that I expect that the royalties will come in soon. And I also thought that we got our mail, which there's our money for our royalties. I figured we would supercell everything like right now. So we'll supercell so that you can see that money coming in just after the other came in. And I'm still waiting. I'm not sure why Winston's gone. Maybe because I sent him to forage. Now he's not in very good shape. So we probably should rally the troops, come here, and it's going to be pretty soon that he'll be able to go do his office hours. So now I plan to be back at the end of the day. So for some reason, even though Benji attended his class while he was focused, he didn't get that ticked off. And I know that Aurora was focused when she went, and it didn't tick off for her either. So that's a little unfortunate. Now he needs to, once it's 5 o'clock, which is really, really soon, go attend that guest lecture. But I have to wait for it to actually be 5 o'clock before it becomes available. So there it is. We're going to work from home, and then we're going to go have him attend a guest lecture by himself. We'll do that, the one on engineering. So he's off to that. But, and they've had their first full day of their classes. But we're going to leave this part here. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.